Argentine meat industry is a clear example of both globalization and inequality. The very concept of mass production stems from Spanish colonization, which introduced cattle to the Americas. Beef is as central to the Argentine culture as it is to the economy, which is integrated from a national scale to a global one. Argentina has one of the biggest cattle herds in Latin America, with over 52 million heads of cattle. In 2015, 239,640 tons were exported at a sales profit of US $1.077 billion. Major ecological threats associated with cattle farming in Argentina include deforestation, biodiversity loss, and carbon emissions resulting from land use change and forest fires. The water footprint of meat from beef cattle is currently at 1,845 gallons per pound on average globally. Meat production produces more greenhouse gas emissions than transportation, with direct emissions from meat producing about 18% of the world's total. This includes emissions generated from clearing forests and land, making and transporting fertilizer, burning fossil fuels in farm vehicles, and the front and rear end emissions from cattle and sheep. By contrast, transport accounts for 13% of the total global greenhouse emissions. Dietary substitution of pork and chicken products with beef products might be an option for mitigating livestock emissions. However, this contrasts with the global trend towards increased reliance on cattle. Another option for dietary substitution is that of vegetarianism. According to John Foley's 5-step plan to doubling food production by 2050, shifting diets away from meat can dramatically increase food availability and environmental sustainability by using more of our crops to feed people directly and to fatten livestock. More than 1/3 of the world's grains harvest is used to feed livestock, with the total cattle population for the world of approximately 1.3 billion, occupying some 24% of the land of the planet. Thus, we believe that in order for the standards of the meat industry to improve, there needs to be a major increase in efficient government oversight of the production processes from start to finish that encourages transparency concerning how Argentinian workers are being treated, how their meat is raised, and the methods by which it is sold. This means a subsequent improvement of labeling methods. Just like we can check our calories on basically any container of food now, Argentinians and those around the world who consume their beef need to clearly see on the packaging of their meat who made it, how much water and grain it took to feed the cow, any pesticides used in the farming of the land, and a trace of the geographical transportation of the meat. Why, you might ask? Once key players in the Argentine beef industry, local Argentinians and global importers alike, instill greater transparency in their labeling methods, their consumers will be better educated. This labeling will reveal the hidden figures or the truth behind what it takes to make the final product, and at what cost. Ideally, this will lead to the questioning of the power dynamics at play, whether or not the rights of the indigenous people are being upheld, and the degree to which Argentine practices of cattle raising are damaging the environment. As for the incentive or the buy-in, simply said, it's economic profit. After years of facing high export taxes and temporary embargoes on the exportation of meat, the industry took a hit. People lost money. To make a comeback while maintaining an environmental focus, there must be a better labeling of their product. In the end, the company will profit more by including these new labels because it will gain credibility and will likely be largely supported by environmental groups. Thank you.